Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. We're at the Laundromat car wash apartment shop. It's Fun Car Friday. We got the Diablo out for the first time in a long time. We did some cool videos from my other channel. It's a good day. My leg works well enough to drive a manual, so that's nice. So this laundromat is for sale, as I've said. We're going to come in here, count quarters, see how it looks now after we made some changes, and some of you saw those changes on the YouTube page. And we're getting a lot of interest. I know before I said a lot of interest, but there are no offers, and that's true still. A lot of interest, but no offers, but I feel like we might get an offer soon because someone's actually seen it 3 times, and then we've had some other people who keep showing it, and the people who saw it 3 times did see the financials, so they weren't scared off by that. And here is what it looks like now. It's so much better. And I'll probably go into more depth on this in my members only channel because I don't talk about employee wages and different stuff like that. But had someone who worked for me for a very long time, mutually parted ways, no hard feelings. But he had someone who's kind of working with him and under him in a way, and that person kind of moved up on the ladder and was able to do all of this in one day and put all the machines in order and put down bases, and so much better. I think he even painted the bases. He said he cleaned underneath the machines. So if you remember, we had to move one of these top loaders out a while ago, and when that happened, it was just a disgusting mess underneath, and they put the trash can on top to hide it. That was all. But now, look, it's so nice. We may need a little board there or something to cover that up. It's not the worst, but if you have kids in here and things, you don't want them to come turn a nozzle and turn the water on in here. So, yeah, this place is looking pretty good. As far as what I did, we've got all new, to me, dryers since I bought it. All those washers were brought in. These are still a few leftovers. A lot of people still like the top loaders. Flooring, paint, mini split. We put a lot of money and work into this place. So I've had some people who have shown and said, I think you're overpriced based on what you paid for it. I'm like, first, it doesn't matter what I paid for it, right? That has no bearing on the current market value because it was off market. It wasn't even listed, and we put so much money and work into it. And honestly, some people get good deals, and that doesn't indicate what current market price is. And then second, I don't know what my second was. We put a lot of money into it, so that was my second. Someone left something here. People leave stuff here all the time. But we'll check the change machine, see if it works. I've had problems with it, issues with it. I think I fixed it last week. My guy who came in to do all this checked the change machine while he was here, said it was working. So hopefully, our fingers are crossed, it's still working, and we'll see how much money is in here and count all of that as well too. So let's get started. And it's fairly clean in here because we had some extra cleaning day because the guy who put these in cleaned everything up. So there we go. Oh, something that's super annoying. Our trash is really full in here, but someone stole the toilet paper holder. They've stolen our soap dispenser. They stole our air freshener. Someone just loves to steal stuff for the sake of making our life difficult and getting absolutely nothing in return for it. So, all right, let's get suited up and counting quarters. First things first, we've got to check the change machine, see if there's money in here. This thing has been giving us fits lately, so I'm really interested to see if there's lots of quarters gone and lots of cash in here, and it's working. I decided not to test it first because I didn't want to disappoint myself. And let's see. Oh, there's lots of quarters gone. That's a very good sign. So that should mean lots of cash in here. Lots of cash in there. Woohoo! All right, now let's test it. Ching, 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 ching. It works perfectly. There's no issues at all. You could definitely hear the machine working and the dollar bill being sucked up into it, and we will just close that up and we're good to go. So, again, I thought I fixed this last time. I messed around with it for so long last week. Finally figured out I thought some bills were stuck, but maybe that wasn't the issue. And so, I reset it. It spit out 2 quarters. That's not how it works. I don't take a 50% profit on the change machine. It spit out 1 quarter. Ugh. Okay, so I won't show this whole process, but we will come back to this change machine and talk about if I was able to fix it or not and what we're going to do with it. Because we have problems with our other change machine at the other laundromat too. That video is coming tomorrow, but that's even worse because that one really depends on those change machines. So, man, these things are finicky. People wonder why I don't take the pop machine at the other laundromat apart to put in the right, stickers for the pop. It's because I don't want to risk breaking it. Because every time I mess with a change machine or something, it seems to break. No, it just gave nothing that time. There's just no money at all. Okay, let's count quarters and maybe that'll make us feel better. All right, so we'll see. That's not a bad start. We have a lot of dryers now, so there's never boxes are like super duper full like we used to have, since we used to have, about the same amount of dryers, but only a few of them worked. Now that they all work, the money's more spread out, which is good. So that's actually fairly decent. But it'd be interesting to see how things do and how much money we have after kind of reconfiguring things again for like the 17th time here. So I don't know how many times we've reconfigured this place. When I first got it, there were 2 giant Sissels that were about 80 years old, some old Dexters beside them, 10 top loaders. We got rid of some of the top loaders, brought in, 3 front loaders. Then eventually we brought in some more front loaders and got rid of some top loaders. Then we brought in 4 new dryers. Then we brought in 6 new dryers after that. Then we reconfigured everything again. So lots and lots of different stuff. All right, so that wasn't bad. We'll count. Well, we have 1 more to go, sorry. We'll count these up and see what we've got. That was pretty bad. But like I said, the change machine was obviously working for a long time, so we had a lot of money in there and quarters gone, but then it decided to be a jerk and stop working. Now I was thinking about this, now that we have the washers configured like this, that's not very good, but someone asked me this, like I don't notice these things because I've been here so long, like what's wrong with that first washer? Is it smaller than the other ones? No, it's not. It's the exact same size as the other ones, but it has a smaller door. So we could get a bigger door for it, I think. I'm not sure. And it would look exactly the same, but I'm wondering if people don't use it as much because they think it's smaller too, even though it's the exact same size. But what I was saying is that now that we have all these up front and the top loaders are kind of in the back, I wonder if people will use these more, which would be good because they're more expensive than the top loaders and work better and are more efficient, use less energy, so that'd be interesting. If you're wondering what happened to my arm, I was attacked by a fence, so we're actually looking at a property to buy, and I was walking up to the front of the house and there's a chain link fence that I ran into, or it ran into me and snagged my arm a little bit. But we're buying that house, so it'll be a very interesting one. If you saw my short on the really super old mobile home I posted earlier today, that's part of that property. That is not the house. That's not the house. So don't worry about that, but that's part of the property. All right, that wasn't too bad. I don't think we had a lot in the top loaders, but it seems like we had quite a bit in the front loaders and the dryers. So let's count that up, and then we'll worry about the change machine later. Okay, so that's the dryers. That looks like quite a bit. And you can see on the reading it's over 1,900. No, that was from the other laundromat. Which is, if you want a hint for tomorrow's video, we don't really ever have that's kind of low. So we set a record last week at the big laundromat. Spoiler alert, we didn't set a record today. Alright, we like to see over 400 here. Hey, over 400. That's good. 444. Is that lucky? Take the keys out. Those do not go through the change machine very well. Random quarter on the counter. We'll assume it's from this bucket. Cheat a little bit. These are the top loaders. And 204, I don't really care I mean, really the front loaders are where most of the money comes in now. That seems like quite a bit. We want to see at least 800, but like when we have a really good front loader, or sorry, washer day, we'll have over 1,000 quarters. Don't think we're getting to 1,000. Definitely not getting to 1,000, but we'll hit 800. There's 800. You know, I thought there's a little bit more than that in there. 900. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. Not bad, but I thought there was more. And then, I didn't go to the car wash yet. I need to go to the car wash. What am I doing? Oh, so my camera is an Insta360, and I strap it on my chest kind of with a neck thing and strap, and you're supposed to use it with these lens guards, but I feel like the lens guards sometimes get kind of dirty. As you can see that, like when the sun hit the, right there, you can see the specks of dirt, and I spent so much time cleaning those before I put these on. So next week, maybe I'm just going to try it without those lens guards and see if it's a little better. I know a couple of times I've not cleaned them and they've looked really bad, so we'll see. But that's a lot of money from the car wash. Nice days make a difference. And then someone said it's leaking more. Ooh, it is leaking more. So we had a real small drip there before, which I thought might have been the winterization thing that keeps the line from freezing, but now it's more of a steady drip. So we'll have our guy come look at that. And the other thing, I thought about going to get the vacuum, then I said I'm going to be lazy this week and we'll do it next week, sorry. Oh, the screen door. When I open the screen door, I'm like, what is... It is totally like off the hinges. I don't know if the wind did that or someone was mad at this screen door. Maybe someone's really mad at this property and trying to break things and steal toilet paper holders and soap dispensers. I don't know. Anyway, you can't be mad at that car wash haul. That was amazing, at least for this car wash. I mean, other car washes I'm sure do 800 times better. That's... Oh, it stopped. Keep going. That's the most we've had from the car wash in a very long time. Oh, there's an extra quarter in there too. I did make sure I counted that. Like 3 weeks ago when it was really cold, we had like $5 in there. So much, much, much better. Okay, back to this change machine. I was messing around, pushing it around, doing all kinds of things. I didn't really realize it slid out this far. And when I did that, it's got like a topper thing on top that you can add extra quarters into it, and the quarters start sliding out, of course, and making a mess. I was like, this whole thing slides out. How does this even connect? And I realized I'm not sure if I've ever even taken this change machine apart, because like I said before, I try not to take things apart because so many times they break. And there's like a plug that the hopper plugs into on the bottom, and I wonder if that wasn't plugged in all the way, or that it wasn't connecting right, or something's going on. So even though, like I said, I was short on time and didn't have a lot of time to work with on this thing, I'm like, it's a good idea to take this out, dump all the quarters out, see if we can find something inside of there. So I couldn't get it to slide back into the plug with all the quarters in there. So it wasn't just a good idea, it was the only possible way to make this work again. And yes, dumping quarters everywhere is my favorite hobby in the world. So we dumped out all the quarters, got them into a bag, only spilled a few of them. Looked at the hopper. Seemed like there were quarters in there stuck, so shook it around, got those out. I found one quarter jammed inside of there. I don't know if that affected it at all or not, but it was jammed in there, took that out. Then we slid the hopper back into the machine, and it slid right into the plug once it was empty. That was much easier. Came back, filled it all back up with quarters, and now we'll see if it works. It works! It sounded better too. It sounded like it was supposed to. So I think something was definitely jammed or not working right before, but all the quarters were coming out. It was continuously working. There are no issues, so hopefully this time we fix the change machine. With the other change machine at my other laundromat, I'm not going to put those quarters back in. I'm not going to risk opening it up. It's just, it works. It's getting shut. I was able to send my hopper off to a guy to repair it. But here, I really need this one here. And with it plugging into the wall like that and stuff, I don't think I can just send off the hopper. I think I need the whole change machine to go, which would be a little more difficult to send off. And with everything going on, I kind of forgot to check the other change machine and show you what's in there. Not that much, which is also a sign that the other one was working almost the whole time. So hopefully it continues to work now. We have it all fixed. We'll see. And this one, I've been refilling it every week, so it's been almost empty every week because you've got this annoying canisters you got to fill. You can see not much has gone there, but I still refilled it because, well, I still don't trust that change machine on the right. All right, now let's see how we did with sales after all is said and done with the coin hopper thing, dilemma, and problems. Let's see if we collected as... I think it was a decent week. I know it's decent, but I don't think it's a record. But I'm curious to see if it's better or worse than last week. We go through our ups and downs. And people keep asking me, I have this laundromat for sale. They ask me for profit and loss, detailed sales numbers and stuff. And I don't have... It's tricky because, we bought machines and split some of them up between these laundromats. We kind of had them under the same company just because I have way too many companies and LLCs. And so it's not easy to split up our profits and loss for this one. But I have been sending people these numbers and these sales numbers to show what we have. And we've been sending them utilities and different expenses and different things we have and kind of estimates on what we spend on machines and parts and stuff like that. So we have been giving them some data. There you go. Slightly ahead of last week. So we had that real bad week after the record week. Last week was pretty good. This week pretty good too. Collected $346 in cash, which was quite a bit. Again, hopefully the change machine keeps working. Was interesting. The washers were down, but the dryers were up. So I don't know. And the car wash had an increase as well, quite a large increase. So that's good to see. Overall, not bad. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the change machine is fixed for good. Or maybe they'll just sell next week and we don't have to worry about the change machine ever again. But if I sell it, I want the change machine to work, right? I don't want to sell the business and be like, oh, ha, 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 you took over my crappy change machine. No, if it's not working, I'm going to tell them, disclose that fact. Hopefully, I figured out the problem. We'll see. So, let me know what you think. That's the little laundromat this week. We'll be back next week. I really like the new configuration. Maybe that will bring in more business too. We'll see. That'll be interesting to see. And who knows? If we ever sell it or not, we'll just have to keep plugging along and see on that too. All right. Thanks for watching. Be back soon.